Hello students. Today we are going to study the first poem of your textbook, Dust of Snow. It is written by Robert Frost. Now, first I'll tell you about the poet. The poet Robert Lee Frost was born on 26th March 1874 in San Francisco, where his father William Prescott Frost Jr. and his mother Isabelle Moody had moved from Pennsylvania. He became interested in reading and writing poetry during his high school years in the year 1892. Frost was an American poet who was much admired for his depictions of the rural life of New England. His notable works are The Road Not Taken, A Boy's Will, Mending Wall, etc. He breathed his last on the 29th of January 1963. Now, I'll tell you about the poem. What is there actually in the poem? Here, the poet recounts a small incident that changes his mood. He was feeling depressed and hopeless. He was standing under a hemlock tree. A crow sitting on it shook the tree, and snowflakes fell on the poet. This changed the thought process of the poet, and he spent his rest of the day happily. Students, this poem is ironical and it presents a contrast between what is said and what is meant. It shows a contrast between what appears to be true and what is the ultimate truth. Now, we'll start on with the poem. The first two lines of the poem are, "The way a crow shook down on me." Here, me means the poet. The poet here is telling how the crow sitting on the tree shook the tree and something fell on the poet. The next two lines of the poem are, "The dust of snow from a hemlock tree." Here, the crow shook the hemlock tree and dust of snow means particles of snow came on the head of the poet. It means, these four lines mean, the poem is set in a scene where the poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a tree, a hemlock tree. Hemlock is a poisonous tree. As he passes by, a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. Whether it falls on his head or shoulders is unknown, as there is no specific mention in the poem. Also, the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action. Whether the crow was landing, shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch, or taking off. It happens to send some particles of snow upon the author. Here, the two agents of nature, the hemlock tree and the crow, are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the opening scene. Now, the second paragraph of the poem and the first two lines of the second paragraph are, "Has given my heart a change of mood. Here, the falling of the particles of snow from the poisonous tree, hemlock tree, has actually changed the mood and thought process of the poet. The last two lines, and saved some part of a day I had rued. Here, rued means getting regret. Here, the poet is telling that with a little change of mood and thought process, a big changes can occur in life. Here, in this paragraph, the poet means that for reasons unknown, the author was having a terrible day, but the falling of the snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved by the crow and the hemlock tree. Generally, hemlock tree and crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. Here we can say that rue is also a herb, plant used for medicinal purpose in the medieval time. Irony is seen in the poet's use of hemlock tree and rue, processing poison, yet giving much desired hope to poet. Dust of Snow is a simple poem, but symbolically it has a deeper meaning. Now, the literary devices used in the poem. The rhyming scheme of the poem is AB, AB and CD, CD. Because you can see in the last word of the first line, crow, and the last word of the third line, snow. They sound similar, so they are A, A. And the second line and the fourth line, me and tree. So the rhyming scheme is AB, AB, CD, CD. The second device here used is alliteration. You can see in the second paragraph, first line, has given my heart. Here these two words are used, H. This is alliteration. And saved some part, SS. It's alliteration. The third device used is enjambment. When the same sentence continues to the next line without the use of any punctuation marks, it is called enjambment. It is used throughout the poem. This was all about the poem Dust of Snow. Hope you all understood it. Thank you.